Hi friends, welcome to Andy Bricks. Not so much a haul, but May the 4th post came the other day, and I'm only getting around to doing it now. So yes, it's a little bit late, but it's May the 4th. Actually ordered it on the 1st, I think. But this is something different. I just sort of let this hop off my radar. Then I saw Felipe review it, and I sprang into action and got Toy World to source me one. They didn't have any in their store, but in the store where I live, but they brought one in. Unfortunately, it's got a bit of a munted corner, but I'm not too worried about it. Now, I don't know whether I'll ever build this, but just in case I ever do get the Jabber's sail barge, what I will have to say is that I have one space for it, and it's right there. So that would need to be reviewed and put back in its box. And I could put it up there, but coming up with the funds could be another story. And yeah, but you never know. And oh, sorry, camera issues here. Who knows how long this is going to hang around. This is a 25th anniversary, so it is around for 2024. Now, a lot of people had trouble with the cost of this, $150. Now, what I will say is the last one, I should have brought it in, it's in the other room, but that one that I just reviewed, it was $70, but had half the bricks. Now, I think we have a lot of bricks in this because they had to make the Sarlacc pit big enough to go next to the sail barge, which is as long as that Star Destroyer over there. That, you know, maybe not quite as long, but it's getting close. And I don't know how they're going to do this, but this really needed to really accompany the ship, and they split it up so it didn't look so expensive. But you really need both of them, both sets, this and the sail barge, which on Lego it's $850 in New Zealand, but I have seen it cheaper, I'm sure, on Mighty Ape. I'm sure I saw it for $650 there, which becomes more of a doable, you know, save up for it sort of thing. They may even come in store and I could 6-month lay-by one, but it's a whack load of money, and I really should be selling some of my other Lego that I just never ever gonna open, ever. And you need to pull my finger and get going on that. But we got 75396, the Desert Skiff, the year before we started getting brick counts on sets. So believe me when I say it. I don't know how many bricks were in the other one to say it's got twice as much. But yeah, I wonder if I got some floating around on a bit of paper here somewhere from the other day. But yeah, I should have looked at how many bricks were in this for the price. But yeah, a lot of people weren't happy with it. Boba Fett's wrong, and you know, for something that's 25 anniversary, it's nice to get 10 Num in there with it. We've had him one other time, and he just had a normal minifig's head and had a A-wing pilot's helmet on, I believe, and came with a B-wing, gosh, back in 2016, maybe earlier, I'm not sure, I can't remember when the last B-wing came out. But yeah, this is a nice character, and it's almost worthy of opening it just to, you know, get your hands on that and have a look. But yeah, what a disappointment. Luke should have a black hand because yes, this is hang on. Yeah, this is Return of the Jedi, which was the last one, and Luke had lost his hand in Empire Strikes Back, chopped off, and it was black, and he's also got a black uniform on, but they've gone back to that grey. Luckily they've, oh actually it looks like it, no, it's on a black background, so it's not so bad. Sorry about my lights. But yeah, just had to squeeze that one in because I may never build it. And even Lando Calrissian, what they've done with his helmet's quite nice, but it had more printing on it back in the 2013 set. What, you know, it's a backwards step for Lego quite often. Actually, I was supposed to bring in, I don't think I've got one here, Microfighter. I'll just see if, I don't know if they were doing them back this early. No, 2015 I think this might be. Is there a microfighter in there? No, I'm sorry. Anyhow, the microfighter of the Millennium Falcon always has a printed cockpit piece, and yeah, Lego have decided not to do that for us. But we'll get to it in a second. Shouldn't have spent so much time on that other piece, but they've fallen over before. It's a good old knife. And they stick these boxes together so well. Now, it was May the 4th that prompted this purchase, but there were a couple of things that I didn't have and would have liked, and I thought, well, what a good time to do it, because I did want them. So, put down the danger. A box full of goodies. I don't know what that looks like in the camera, but oh, turned out the lights. Didn't want to. There's a light shining in there. Trying to do away with it. Is it that one? What one is it? Is it that? Is it? It's that. So, really wanted this. Probably wouldn't have brought it. And 75404, we have the Acclaimer class. Is that how they say it? Assault ship. Now, there's a part in the Clone Wars movie, the 2008 one, and they're looking for Jabba's son, and they drop down this is animated, but they drop down around the ship somehow, and you just get to see the back of it and the size of this, and it's such a cool part of the Clone Wars. It's and the tune that plays while it's going on, and they've come to a monastery that's been overrun, and that's where, you know, the game's being played, because that's what it is. Now, someone said, Ryan, M&R Productions, said that these here, you can pull them away and put minifigs there, but unfortunately they don't actually give you minifigs for this thing. There is a nice little surprise inside that's supposed to look like troopers, you know, deploying, and other vehicles. I think Ryan talked about it in his video, but I don't get it. But look at that fantastic shot. Part 2, episode 2, the Clone Wars, and at the end when they're all taking off. Oh, such a great. You know, I don't know where they could have got another picture from, because you don't see this a lot in the actual movie, but we see it quite often in the cartoons. Now, this happens with boxes that you get from Lego. They're all scuffed on the front. I don't know if you can see that, but right there's a big scuff just where it must have been flopping around in the box. Another one I wanted was the Droideka 75381. We've got 583 pieces. This was $100, I believe. I think this was $100 as well. How many bricks in there? 450. This has got printing on it opposed to stickers, which is fantastic, because they done a Venator class, which is the same colours except a huge ship. It was like $1,100 possibly, same as the Star Destroyer up there, big one. Yeah, $1,100 possibly in New Zealand. But these things here, they made stickers, and on such a huge ship, they look so bad because they haven't got the colour grey right to match the brick, the sticker. Now, they used to be able to do it, so I don't know how they can't anymore, but you know, this is just one example of how bad Lego has gotten. It's only going backwards. There is no forward movement with it. You know, some of their builds are getting better, but we'll get to that. Now, one of the giveaways was this. It's nice to have a Star Wars poly bag, because all I can find is Ninjago ones. I've been buying these, but I know there is a Star Wars magazine, and I wish I could access it, but I don't think it's anywhere here in town. So yeah, lucky I like Ninjago as well, but this must be a saleable item that's got a barcode and the Millennium Falcon. But there's that cockpit not printed, and most other ones they print this piece, and it's sad that they don't for that 30708 Millennium Falcon, 74 bricks there. I'm not sure what they are worth. So this is from this year. This is from last year, I believe, but we have the brick count on both of them because I believe they are 18 plus set. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyhow, moving along. Let's deal with this one before we deal with the elephant in the room. So, Kamino Training Facility. We can all see that quite clearly. Set 40765, 190 pieces. Sorry, not 200. Now, it is really nice to have something that was only available, I believe, for 4 days. And, you know, you had to spend close to $300, $285 here in New Zealand to qualify for these two gifts. And that is nice, you know. I'm so happy. The last time I did this was Luke's kitchen on Tatooine. This is only the second time I've fallen into this trap. No, third time. There was the little Blacktron cruiser. I spent some money to get that, and then I ended up getting given one halfway through the year. Just Toy World had them, and if you spend $80, and because I always spend money there, they just gave me one. But I'm wondering if that'll happen to this. Will we see this later on? So we've got them training. Now, we see this in episode 3. Season 3, episode 1. Let's just do that again. So, training, Kamino training facility. There's a video, a movie, a cartoon show. Let me get it right. So, in the Clone Wars, season 3, episode 1 is about these guys. Now, we see them in this red, but not while they're fighting. And we see them in this red in the movie when Obi-Wan's come to see what's the story about. You know, he's looking for the bounty hunter and finds out there's an army of clones. And he looks down and they're all eating and they're dressed in this colour. Now, when they're training, Domino Squad no one has this gear on. They're in different outfits. This is when they've finished training and we see them kicking back in their sleep area. And, you know, it's a really good episode. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. I recommend you watch all of it because it's so good. But the clone training one is a great episode. But it doesn't look like that. And this thing here, you don't see this anywhere. The only time you see this is in the movie when Obi-Wan's, you know, learning about the army, looks down, see these guys are eating, you know, food. There's a rows of them because they're clones. And in the background, these craft here are swarming around the baby clones that are growing in these big towers of, you know, with tubes on them, with babies in them, you know, like wombs, I guess, little glass wombs type thing. And yeah, so it doesn't play true. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comments. Let me know where I can actually see these things being used in this area. Apparently these are these things here are stingy things. I watched Solid Brick Studios review of this as well, and he mentioned some things about this thing here, which I thought was a droid, but apparently can be piloted. And these things here are stingers or something if the clones aren't training properly. But I've never seen that part. But here we go. This is what we're all here for. Whoops, sorry about that. Too much boxes, too much Lego, too much everything. Could be time to slow down, but yes. Will that ever happen? I've just noticed it's the Ahsoka corner there for us. But for $130, we get this marvellous piece. Wow, that looks tiny. We've got Rebel U-Wing Starfighter, 594 pieces, 75399, and as I said, it was $130. Now, our minifigs are fantastic, no complaints. An update of Cassian. We've got Cassian and a Stormtrooper in the corner, and there's our bits of information, 8+. Now, I guess this wouldn't be bad if you hadn't, in 2016, brought that. Now, this was $150, and probably could be, if it was for sale today like this, could be worth I'm going to say $30 jump, $180 maybe, 180, 190 maybe. I think it'd be about the 180. Watching the a US comparison, they paid $80 for this, and it'd be worth $105 today if it was for sale with inflation. But they got this so right, and this little thing is just laughable, really. And I feel like even though they're doing some really cool big sets for 18+ and that, I really feel like the golden age. I actually, in 2010, when I started buying Star Wars Lego, I thought I'd missed the golden age, which was the first 10 years of it. And man, am I glad I started buying Star Wars Lego in 2010, because 15 years later, we're seeing horrible little sets. Now, it's not that much different. That big one, the 2016 set, which is from the Rogue One movie, had this cool blue. Really love the box art. I'm not sure what planet we're on there, but I should have had a look. But just a fantastic set. I've never opened it. The tape pulls on these a little bit. I don't know. Must be that strong that it just slowly slides over time. But it's the same cockpit piece, and Cassian's flying it, and I think he did in Rogue One. I'm sure he flew the U-Wing, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to building this, because I haven't built the other one, and I'm glad I never did, because you know, I can get to do it now. $30, $20 cheaper. This yeah, it was. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to go there. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like that. And I think I would love to build this, but I don't think I'd ever open that one, just because I'd probably put it back in the box after building it. But this is definitely a displayable. I love that. This is a great thing. I'm going to build that just because I haven't built the other one. and yeah, I don't know about the rest. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to build the Camino one or the Millennium Falcon. Definitely not. But yeah, I'm not sure why I've got it if I aren't going to build it. So I love the figures. I think the figures are done well. I really do. They've unlike Jango Fett's fire spray. With man, did they make a mess of his boy Jango? Oh, the worst hairpiece. It just doesn't even look like him. You know, they should have used the same hairpiece that they have used in the past a couple of times. Not the original one, surely, but the last two. Nothing wrong with it. I think Ezra wore that hairpiece as well. It's a great piece. And, yeah, they've just made a mess of it. What are they doing? Same with the Slave One. You know, those minifigures are just appalling. Appalling. I'm so glad I got the 2013 sail barge, because those minifigures would be going into my UCS one, because the UCS one of today just does not make the mark. Doesn't make the mark. Not at all. Anyhow, and we need to be complaining to Lego about when they do show us pictures with stickers and like this cockpit. Look how white that cockpit is. It's as white as the bricks are, but that's not what you get in the box. Now, what I thought, if that wasn't quite that colour, they needed to have on the box somewhere, colours may change, because they're breaking the law. We are not getting what they are showing us. Am I right? I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. If you can't sell what you're showing a picture of, you've got to put in place saying, you know, product may vary in colour. I'm sure of it. Anyhow, enough complaining. I hope you like this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and I just love you. I am going to get to some people that have left me comments. I don't think people do, so I don't actually look. So, but somebody's pointed out that I've got some comments, so you people will be getting some love. And yeah, just stay safe, my friends, and keep loving Lego. Andy Brick Sound.